I watched an interview with Sean Porter just the other day, and he was asked about his experience fighting Kell Brook, and the person posing the questions basically said to him, when you were in the ring with Brook, did it feel like you were in the ring with a really, really big guy? And Sean Porter said, well, actually it did. He said Kell Brook's physical strength, basically, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said Kell Brook's physical strength was very impressive. And he said not too many guys that he's fought had the ability to tie him up and contain him the way that Kell Brook did. So yeah, he got the impression that Brook was a very, very big welterweight. And as you can see from the images on screen that I'm going to show in this video, Kell Brook is clearly looking a lot bigger than he normally does when he's fighting a welterweight. There's even a picture which I'll show during the course of this video, which is a side-by-side comparison. On the left, you'll see Kell Brook right now as he's preparing to make weight for 160. And on the right, you'll see a picture of Kell Brook when he is preparing to make weight for a fight at 147. There is a massive difference between the two of them. I think you agree. Several people have commented and said the picture on the right looks like a crackhead. It looks like a guy who's fiending for a hit. That's how gaunt and sickly he looks. So there's no question about it. Kell Brook is a massive welterweight, and he's much more comfortable making middleweight, obviously, than he was making welterweight. That doesn't mean middleweight's the ideal weight for him, because of course, in this day and age, nobody fights in the weight division, or very few fighters fight in the weight division that they walk around at. Apart from, like I say, maybe a Pacquiao, Mayweather, although Mayweather's now retired, most guys fight in a weight division which is at least 10 pounds below their natural walking around weight. You know, most fighters after a weigh-in will rehydrate 10, 12, 15, sometimes more than that, pounds. But yeah, Kell Brook looking chunky, and I don't mean that in a fat way. I'm talking about muscular chunky. He's looking chunky. He's looking fresh-faced. Some people saying he looks a lot younger now in the face than when he's making weight for 147. But again, as I've said in other videos, will this be to Kell Brook's advantage? Will his energy reserves be that much higher now that he's not depleting his body and draining himself down to make 147? Some people are still saying this will be an advantage. Other people are saying no, he'll be slower, he'll be more sluggish. He won't have the advantage here. We'll have to wait and see, man. The reports from sparring, and again, you can take reports from sparring with a pinch of salt. Unless you see full sparring sessions and what really goes on, then you can't take much from it. But for whatever it's worth, the reports from sparring are that Kell Brook is looking very, very good. Obviously, I have seen a short clip of him sparring Liam Smith, and he didn't look particularly good in that short clip, but it's a short clip. So we'll have to wait and see, man. But let me know what you think about Kell Brook's condition. Definitely looking big. Definitely looking muscular. Maybe a bit too muscular for his frame. I don't know. You know, I'm just putting it out there. What do you think? Do you think he's looking a bit too muscular? You think he'd be better off being a bit leaner and a bit closer to the kind of size he is when he fights at welterweight? Or do you think he's going to need this extra muscle for the extra strength on the inside? Some people are talking about him employing the same type of tactics that he employed when he fought Sean Porter. And that obviously involved a lot of clinching. And it's my contention that Golovkin is not as easy to clinch as Sean Porter. Golovkin, unlike Porter, doesn't rush in with his arms flailing away. Golovkin is very, very measured in terms of his approach. He maintains optimum punching distance at all times when he stalks you. He doesn't just go flying and rushing in with his arms up in the air, flailing away. Because when you do that, like a Sean Porter, when your arms are flailing away and you're just rushing forward, you basically jump into clinches. You make it easy for the other guy to clinch you. It's not your fault that you're getting clinched, but you just make it much easier. Whereas Golovkin keeps his elbows down. Until he punches, his elbows are down, and Golovkin's very accurate. You don't miss that many punches. And he's obviously taller than Sean Porter. And he throws more short, straight punches than Sean Porter. So I just don't think Brook is going to get anywhere near the kind of opportunities to clinch Golovkin that he got in the Sean Porter fight. I just don't see Brook being able to clinch Golovkin like that. Aside from the fact that Golovkin stylistically, I think, is more difficult to clinch, I also think he's probably going to be stronger up close than Sean Porter. But then again, maybe Kell Brook will be stronger in this fight than he was against Sean Porter because of the extra weight and size that he's put on. So maybe that will kind of cancel out Golovkin's extra strength. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, as I say, from a stylistic point of view, I don't think Golovkin is easy to clinch. How many guys that Golovkin's fought have been able to clinch him successfully? I can't think of many. I know people always bring up the Kasim Umar fight. That was a very, very long time ago. And Golovkin has definitely improved since then. But in his recent fights, who has managed to clinch Golovkin successfully, like regularly through a fight and tie him up? I think Martin Murray maybe tried it a little bit, but again, he wasn't that successful with it. Aside from the first couple of rounds, Golovkin managed to get his distance, get his space, get shots off. Martin Murray wasn't really able to make that strategy pay off for him. And Martin Murray, obviously, as we know, is naturally bigger than Kell Brook, taller. I don't know about physically stronger. He possibly is, but he's certainly a naturally bigger man than Brook. So that's the way I see it, people. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about how Kell Brook looks. Let me know what you think about everything that I've raised in this video as topics of discussion. All right? It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.